Hey everyone, and welcome back to another tutorial on 3ds Max. So today I'll be showing you how to use Tyflow in the simulation tool that can be plugged into 3ds Max. So if you just want to go on the right hand side and click on Tyflow after you've pre-installed it, and then go into your viewports and just drag and click anywhere on the space, doesn't matter where, this will automatically create the Tyflow in your panel. So once you have done that, you want to click onto just expand that view so you can actually see what you're doing better. Then go into modify tool list on the right hand side, and then you want to go to open editor, which is just underneath that panel right there. So once you click on that, it actually gives you the Tyflow layout there, or the editor. This is where you can create all your commands and panels through Tyflow. Everything you create on this will actually appear straight onto 3ds Max, but all your panels and commands are actually underneath your editor right there, so that's where you'll do all your Tyflow. Nothing actually comes up on 3ds Max where you can create externally, but everything will be done internally right there. So if you would just sort of click on your editor and right click to start your animation, we're going to click on preset flows, and we're just going to start with a simple icon flow right here. So if you just want to click on that, it'll actually create your command inside the editor right there. So once you click on that, as you can see, it's come up on your 3ds Max as well. So that is all the commands that can actually start your animation. This is already preset, as I said, so you can create your own depending on what you want to choose at the bottom. But to actually play it, you just press play in your animation toolbar just underneath, and this will actually play your animation from what you've chosen in your preset flow. If you wanted to create something extra and edit it in a specific way, you can actually click on the commands right there in your Tyflow, and that will actually change and create a different shape or location or speed depending on what you want for your customization. I just clicked on the move tool right there just to adjust the height so this can actually be on a different level. As you can see, I've just adjusted the height there and then press play, and it works perfectly fine. I'm just going to hide this by selecting that light bulb there, and then we're going to go on to another preset. So once you've done that, you want to right click again, go into preset flows, and we're going to actually create a simple object flow for this right here. So once again, in your presets, click on that. We actually don't want to emit this particles on the selected object, so we're just going to press no for this, and then that will open up again. So for this to move, you just press the scroll wheel and you click and drag, so it's a bit easier to move around. And once you've done that, you want to go into the standard primitives here, and we're just going to create a basic shape. So I'm just going to do a sphere for this case. So anywhere on your grid here, so I'm just going to click and drag a sphere, and then I'm just going to move it up just to adjust the height, so it's a bit easier to see. And then I'm going to jump straight back into the editor. So you can actually click and select any of these commands right here to adjust them in your own customization. But for this, I'm just going to click on position, and I'm going to go down to pick on the right hand side here, and I'm going to select my object. Select remove, so I'm just going to click pick, and then I'm going to select the object which I've created. So I've created the sphere. I'm just going to quickly select that, and it's there, ready to go. So once you've created that, that's going to present the animation off your selected object that you've done. Any sort of customization, you actually can pick any sort of shape or design that you want and just pick it in the position tool. And to change the object of the shape that's actually creating the animation from, you just want to go down to shape and then scroll down to mesh, then 3D, and this can actually change any of your shapes that is protruding off your created object. So as you can see, I've changed it to a sphere, and you want to click play on the animation. As you can see, spheres are actually being protruded off the sphere that I've actually created, and it's created an animation of them protruding across. So this will just continue to create the animation and play through all your frames. So depending on what your length is and your speed and position, you can continue this throughout your entirety of the design, or depending how long you need the animation for, you just need to stop and play it in your animation toolbar at the bottom right there. For the next one here, I'm just going to turn off that previous objects we've created in animation. I'm just going to once again drag it across to free up some room. I'm going to go preset flows, and I'm going to go simple physx flow. This sort of command and animation actually just drops down objects onto the ground plane that you've created. This tool will be useful for animators and video editors when they're creating some sort of visualization for a game or a movie, for example. But if you just want to click and play it, as you can see, it's actually just dropping the objects directly on top of each other. This could be used for falling objects and rocks on a movie scene, or depending on if you're on a mountain, you can actually customize these shapes to whatever you'd like to be. So once again, if you just want to go shapes, and then the mesh that can actually adjust and create any sort of shape that you want it to be. So again, I'm just going to click off the light bulb and then show you the next one, which is go back onto preset flows, and the last one is scatter. So I'm just going to press no again onto that, and I'm going to press position again. I'm going to select my object that I actually want to pick it on. So if I just want to go into that there, and then go again to pick, and then I'm just going to select that sphere again, that's going to be my scatter point again. So as you can see, it's actually scattered the shapes on top of that sphere that I've currently existed. There's no animation for this, but this is basically just to create another objective and a command for the previous sphere that I've created. So you can adjust the shapes again on the 3D or even 2D geometry they actually wanted to that. It actually won't play, but as you can see, if you wanted to create something else and use another sort of Tyflow command, you can actually interact with them both together. So if I just go ahead and re-click on that light bulb, you can see I've created two sort of commands on the Tyflow, and these are actually interacting within each other. So if you wanted a object to protrude through your shape and to have another object as a scatter point, as a different illusion, that'd be a great way to do so. So that's just a quick tutorial on how to actually use Tyflow, and I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.